Should we transition to our final thing of words that shouldn't be said? The king of those, which would be Mr. Jake Paul.
Dude, this is like probably, I make a lot of content, and this is probably the most legendary video I made in the past.
For one, how many views is that video at? A milli?
Like on my third channel, FlightMike TV, it's at 550,000.
Oh my
God.
Yo,
and dude, it's like nuts because it's literally just Jake Paul like saying na 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 na, I got your hat. It's like hilarious, but the entire story is like this. It's so bizarre. So Jake Paul, Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather meet up with each other so they could hype up their upcoming boxing event. So while this is happening, Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather like meet, like cross paths, and they have a face-to-face and they start like talking mess to each other. Yeah, so guys, we are capping off the giveaway to the first 40,000 subscribers that turn on our notifications for the Laced Up podcast. All you have to do to enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X is subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to do us a favor, leave a like on the pod and let me know in the comment section down below when it's done. You'll enter for a chance to win a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
Wait. First of all, during the Logan and Floyd Mayweather thing, Floyd said straight up that he could take both of them in the same night. He said he could beat them both up in the same night. Like he would box them both.
Wow. I believe it.
No, that was what caused all of this. Literally, Jake approaches Floyd and goes, "So you think that you could beat me and my brother in the same night?" Those were the first words that he says.
Oh, all right. I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Yeah, I actually randomly watched Floyd and Logan's like back to back, where there were some comments like, going back and forth, and Floyd was not holding back with his words. Floyd was like made like a Japan comment at Logan, and then Logan made it like comment that was like, I don't know, what's Floyd, like 50-0 or whatever. He was like, yeah, Floyd's really 51-0, like, no one counts the beating that his wife took. Like that, those were the comments that were being made. And so then Floyd started getting like, it was like they were not holding back with the words they were saying, but what was weird was there was no moderator up there. They were just standing and walking around each other. And then Floyd was like, yeah, you're just a fake fighter. You're just a fake fighter or a YouTube fighter. He's like, we've got two fake fighters in the same family. He's like, I could take you both on the same night. He's like, I'm telling you right now, I could take you both in the same night. And then suddenly they're both like, actually mad. They're like, that got to Logan and to Jake. They both were like, all right, well, guess what? Like, if you could take us both at the same night, then let's do it. And so then fast forward to Jake, going right to Floyd Mayweather's face afterwards, and Jake walks up and he goes, hey, so yeah, you said you could fight us both. He goes, all right, then where's the contract? Let's fight. I'm down. And so then continue on, Mike, because that's what set the stage on.
So eventually Jake Paul meets with Floyd Mayweather backstage or something, and they start talking. They say what you were saying, how like, I guess Jake Paul was saying, you think you could take me and my brother on, and it gets to it gets to a point where like Floyd Mayweather is getting juiced up, and eventually like Jake Paul like grabs his hat, he's like, got your hat, and then like tries to run away
in like the most childish way you could ever say. He's like, haha, got your hat.
Literally, that's what it was. And it was so funny because like the next scene is Floyd Mayweather like is running around like screaming like, don't you dare disrespect me, and like starts chasing Jake Paul. He like rips his shirt, gets some punches in. And here's the best part, at least in my opinion, I think this is my favorite part of the whole thing. Literally like 30 minutes later, Jake Paul drops gotcha hat merch on his Twitter. So
yeah, which also it makes it kind of like how planned was this?
I mean, dude, you could look at it as lame. I think he's in terms of entrepreneurship.
No, I didn't say lame. I said how planned. He had the got your hat merch like ready to go so fast.
So yeah,
like a little too fast, I would say. Like, I know, like, you could get like words onto a hat somewhat fast, but like for him to just get that up there that quickly.
For one, this guy is like such an aggressive bag getter. Like, I can't believe he gets the bag to like this extent. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Like, he didn't need to give us any more reason to watch the fight, and yet here he is.
No, it's his brother though.
His brother's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Logan's
Yeah.
Floyd
But,
Mayweather.
but I'm saying, like, we still didn't need any more reason to watch this fight. Like,
Jake's out here. Yeah, Jake's promoting for Logan, honestly.
It's like, first
Wait,
of
but
all,
you know why
Jake's-
Floyd was so mad? Like, Floyd had recently gotten the hair surgery done or whatever, and so his hair didn't look fully
oh, that's
right.
not his natural hair. That's
No,
crazy.
yeah, and so
Hey,
he's wearing a
he
hat.
fooled me.
And
I was like,
and they
I thought
took
he-
his. Yeah, he took his hair. Like, he didn't want to show his hair. That's why he's probably
that's dirty.
so much more angry than he would have been. Like, he probably would still been mad. But like, imagine, like, you know,
That's
he's like, I don't want the public
dirty.
to see my hair right now. I'm wearing a hat, and then boom, hat gets taken off. That's why Jake was aiming for the hat from the beginning. Jake said in an Instagram story beforehand, he's like, I'm gonna take Floyd Mayweather's hat, because he did a TikTok where he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take Floyd's hat. Let's see what happens. And then he takes it, and of course, like, he ends up, you know, like, beat up or whatever. But he goes, well, got the hat. But yeah, that was why Jake was aiming for the hat. Like, he was aiming for it because he knew that Floyd didn't want the world to see his haircut, like how his hair looked. He got some like kind of surgery or some kind of thing, and so Floyd was obviously, you know, insecure about that. I would say, like, as anyone would be, like, you know, you just got like some kind of surgery, hair surgery. You're wearing a hat. You don't want the world to see it, and Jake Paul walks up to you and goes, "Haha, got your hat,"
and
just
like,
runs
dude,
away.
he ran away with the gotcha.
He literally
hat thing.
ran.
Like, they're like, it's so funny if you go on his Twitter. Like, the first thing you see is limited team
Okay.
Paul drop out now. Gotcha hats.
Yeah, the bag getting from Jake Paul is absurd. Like, this man,
crazy.
like,
And
he
Logan.
he makes $10 million like fighting, and then just like weeks later, he just immediately is promoting this like hat, this got your hat, whatever thing that's gonna make him what, like a few thousand? Who even knows? But he just never is missing a chance.
Quick question. How much would we have to pay you to snatch Floyd Mayweather's hat? How much money would you have to get?
I would
I
do
don't
it for
know.
free.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
I would like if Flight Mike had like the name that like Jake Paul did, like, or if people knew who I was to the point where like if I did it, they'd be like,
Oh,
"What
of
the hell?"
course.
You know,
No, but he's
Of course.
asking just you.
He
right
trended.
Now.
He
Yeah,
trended
yeah.
on Twitter. He ran a merch campaign. Like, I want to know. There's no freaking way that Jake Paul is coming up with all these ideas on his own. Like, he's been in the public eye so much over the past 2.5 weeks. Like, with the fight against Ben Askren, and then he had this like beef. Like, he showed up to the UFC event after that. He gets into Daniel Cormier's face, and like he made him look silly because Daniel Cormier said prior that if he ever saw Jake Paul, he was gonna punch him. There's literally a video of them like talking to each other face to face, and Daniel Cormier is getting heated. Then Dana White, the like founder of the UFC, or the current controlling owner of the UFC, like disses Jake Paul's fighting. And Jake Paul gets into a little rivalry with Dana White because he says Dana White underpays his fighters. And he even just tweeted out 3 hours ago, Dana White pays his ring girls more than his fighters. And like, it's just like this revolving door of consistently grabbing headlines, staying in the public eye, and consistent bag getting, to the point where he moved to Puerto Rico, by the way, recently. He's not even giving the government his money. Like, he's making sure that he keeps it all to himself. There's no way he's making all these decisions.
You don't have to pay taxes in Puerto Rico? What's going on here?
It's like 4% federal income tax, no state income tax.
What?
Yeah, he's saving like he's saving like $500,000 per $1 million he earns.
What? That's factual.
Wait,
Yeah.
so we should all move to Puerto Rico?
Dude, I tweeted it out
Bro,
yesterday. YouTube
Puerto
house in
Rico is
Puerto Rico.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, it's like, especially like being me, I live in California. I don't want to get into a conversation about taxes, but there's no way that like this guy is making all these decisions. Someone has to be in his ear telling him what to do, because it's like marketing brilliance at this point.
Well, we'll see what happens. I can't wait to actually see their fights and immediately react to them, because
Are you gonna buy their fights?
yeah, I'm gonna buy their fights. No,
You're
I'm
not
just
gonna
kidding.
pirate
I'll buy
the
them.
fights.
I'll buy them. I'll buy them. I'm not trying to get someone coming at me.
Yeah, that was 4K right there. I'll buy.
I was like trying to set him up for failure. You see
That's
that?
super 4K.
For those of you guys that don't know, H3H3 is being sued by Triller Productions, the the boxing promoter, for admitting on his podcast that he pirated the Ben Askren fight. So
yeah, so which is why I'm gonna buy, and I'm gonna take a nice screenshot at this point, because now I'm afraid of getting caught on 4K.
If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.